With the nation and our city seeing the effects of climate change, trees are more important than ever. For fresh air and water, shade to lower temperatures, and community connection. KC Trees is DC's local nonprofit dedicated to protecting our city's tree canopy and planting trees for people that need them the most. They organize residential, school, and community tree plantings, plus environmental education and land conservation. And they want the city to achieve a 40% tree canopy by 2032. You can help them reach that goal by visiting kctrees.org/give. Your gift is tax deductible and will go directly toward tree planting efforts in historically underserved communities. Support DC's trees today by giving online. Just head to kctrees.org/give. CityCast DC is launching a brand new membership program, which means a chance for you to become a bigger part of what we do here. It has been so much fun bringing y'all stories that make us all feel more connected to the city that we call home, and we want to keep having these conversations together. That is where we need your help. CityCast is a startup, and the only way that we can make sure that we are still here for years to come is with support from listeners like you. So join as a founding member today. You can give as little as $8 a month and also get ad-free listening and exclusive members-only perks. Sign up at membership.citycast.fm. That link is also in our show notes. Today on CityCast DC. Now that Thanksgiving is over, it's one of what I consider to be the least wonderful times of the year. That is holiday shopping season. I always wait until the last minute, I never know what to get, and I always end up overwhelmed. Luckily, Cornelia Poku of Black Girls Explore DC is here to make this time of year a little bit brighter by breaking down DC's holiday market scene. Today's Monday, November 27th. I'm Bridget Todd, and here's what DC is talking about. Cornelia, I'm so happy that you're back on the pod. Welcome back.
Thanks. It's good to be back always.
So I'm a little bit of a Grinch. I really don't like the holidays. I find them very stressful. One of the reasons for that is holiday shopping. I feel intense pressure. I never know what to get. I never know where I should go. I end up giving really, one year I was just like, I'm just going to make everybody something because shopping can be so overwhelming. Do you ever find that?
Yes, I also find shopping to be extremely overwhelming. So the people that I'm closest to, I've established with them year over year that they're not getting anything. And then people I need to impress get something.
That's so strategic. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, so since we're in this time where I'm sure lots of people are shifting into holiday checklist mode, which includes gift giving, what is so special about DC's holiday markets as places to do holiday shopping?
Yeah, so I think that the holiday markets just add more interesting and dynamic kind of things to do around the city. So that's one reason I love the holiday markets. They just add a little bit more dimension to the city. You're walking past an area that you always walk past, and then all of a sudden there's a market there. So it just gives the area something more fun to look at. But the other reasons that I really love the pop ups in the holiday markets is you get to stumble upon really unique gifts for the people you want to impress. And a lot of things are handmade, small batch. And you can honestly say that these gifts are one of a kind or one of a few. And I really love that you get access to people who don't sell throughout the year. Maybe it's just a once a year hobby that they do, and it's a passion project, and you get this one time a year that you get to patronize them. Those are some of the reasons that I really enjoy it. And then for me personally, I go to pop-ups all throughout the year, and I love running into people from like different parts of Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, way north in Maryland, because I would not encounter them otherwise, and I wouldn't encounter the products that they create. So it's a good way to see and meet people from all around the mid-Atlantic.
What are some of the best markets in DC around this time of year?
Yeah, so the good thing, there's two different categories of markets as I like to classify it. So they're the markets that kind of crop up towards the beginning of the holiday season, and then they stay right up until Christmas Day or just after. And then there are the ones that are popping up throughout the holiday season. So the first one is like the holiday markets that pop up and have a little bit of a longer timeline. Of course, everyone knows about the downtown holiday market. And if you don't, it's very hard to miss. It's right there at Penn Quarter, F and 8th Streets intersection. It takes up that kind of whole middle part, and it's blocked off throughout the winter season. So the downtown holiday market actually opened November 17th and will go on through December 23rd. And it's pretty much open every day from 12 to 8. And if I'm not mistaken, there's like at least several dozen different vendors there. There's food options, and it's just a really popular one.
Are there any standouts or favorite spots to hit when you're at that particular market?
Me personally, I always have to stop by every year because I love McGay's Donuts, McGay's
Mm.
Mini Donuts. I go there every year at least once. But there are some that I was researching that are coming up this year. So, like, Article 22 is a jewelry designer that upcycles war debris and scrap into jewelry. And I feel like it feels very like timely, right? With everything that's going on in the world. So I think that's really beautiful. There are vendors who are making like housewares. There's so many painters and photographers. Like, just going from booth to booth can sometimes feel like a beautiful gallery. There's designers, there's hand blown glass, of course, a ton of jewelry, clothing. There's just so many options that stand out.
So I know the downtown holiday market is pretty much just vendors, but other markets have other things to offer.
Yeah, so one of the ones that keep coming up is the Enchant Christmas Lights Maze. And of course, everybody knows about the ice skating and the light maze, which is really fun for the kids. But they have something called the Village, which is like all the shopping options. So unlike the downtown holiday market, of course, this is like more activity based. So you do have to pay to get in. Prices range based on different, ages and what day of the week you go, and et cetera. But that one is open from November 24th through December 31st. And it's right there at Nats Park. So it's super accessible as well. As of this recording, they have not announced all of the vendors, but so far we do know that there's going to be Christmas sweaters, glass ornaments, kindly crafted design. I remember last year I stumbled upon puzzles and beautiful scarves. So there's going to be lots of people there selling unique gifts as well.
Something I like about these markets is they sound like not just good places to shop, but also just fun destinations, things like activities, stuff for
Mhm.
families, just nice places to check out.
Yeah, and I love those because there's also one in Baltimore for people who want to kind of make a day out of it. So if you're willing to make that adventure out there to Baltimore, there's another one called the Christmas Village. Their unique gifts and their vendors are more European based. So you're gonna get all kinds of like European styled ornaments, different kinds of artwork, body butter, candles, premium cashmere, different kind of Scandinavian jewelry, games, etc. Because that Christmas market is organized by a German group that actually comes from Germany. So you're going to get all kinds, like access to different kinds of food and hot mulled wines, and bratwurst. So it feels very European when you go over there.
So that sounds amazing. But what about some other markets in the district?
One that is going to be running a little bit on the longer side as well is, surprisingly, the Hyatt Regency in Capitol Hill is hosting a pop-up every Friday in their atrium. And that one is really cool because they're focused only on minority owned brands for the duration of that. So I think it's 5 or 6 weeks in a row every Friday in the hotel atrium. And then Salt and Sundry, which is pretty decently known around here, they have a spot in Union Market. Their Logan Circle location kind of turns into a holiday pop up shop that goes from November 25th into early January. And they're, locally based lifestyle brand. So they do home decor, candles, accessories, jewelry, etc.
I will have to check that out because I love Salt and Sundry. Nothing makes me feel more like
Mhm.
a bougie, fancy lady than walking around Salt and Sundry. So that's a good
Yeah.
one for me. Hundreds of kids in the DC area spend the holidays at Children's National Hospital. You can make the season brighter by giving them hope, healing, and holiday magic. When you donate to Children's National, you light up Dr. Bear, the hospital's mascot, and power world-class care and research. As a nonprofit hospital, donations make a big difference to meet patients' most urgent needs. Your gift helps patients like Alfie, who came to Children's National as a baby with a life-threatening infection. Thanks to expert care, he is now healthy and home with his family to celebrate his birthday next week and the holidays this December. Give now. Brighten kids' days in the hospital. Show your care. Light up Dr. Bear. Donate today at childrensnational.org/give. That's childrensnational.org/give. Happy birthday, Alfie, and happy holidays to all.
Hey friends, are you looking for a way to ring in the holiday season? Then come join the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington, D.C. as they present their annual extravaganza. It's called The Holiday Show. Running December 2nd, 9th, and 10th at the Lincoln Theater, this year's edition promises more laughs, more fun, and more surprises than ever before. It's complete with disco dancers, sparkly snow, over-the-top costumes, their amazing vocal ensembles, and even an appearance by Santa Claus. So break out the sparkle and reindeer antlers. You will not want to miss out on this popular holiday concert, but act fast, as tickets always sell out. That's The Holiday Show, presented by the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington, D.C., playing December 2nd, 9th, and 10th only at the Lincoln Theater. Get your tickets today at gmcw.org. That's gmcw.org.
What about some of the single or 2-day pop-up markets?
Sure. So I don't know where these people are coming from, but there are so many there are so many literal pop-ups that just pop up one day and then they're gone. I found over a dozen 1 to 2 day markets in the area, that are just you just kind of have to keep a lookout for them throughout the weekends leading up to the holidays. So a couple that stood out to me are the Van Ness Main Street pop up, which is on December 2nd. And then the holiday market at the Four Seasons is also on December 2nd. And then I thought this one was cute. The aptly named Procrastinators Holiday Market is on December 16th. And they have not yet announced a location for that, but just make sure you go on their website to stay updated. So if you are one of those people who push it, they will be around on the 16th. And then another one that's called Unique Markets. They're bringing a holiday market on December 17th and 18th.
I am definitely one of those people who pushes it. So this is like your information for me specifically. But I'm curious, like, what do you think? Do you think that it being a pop-up, like not like something that's just quick, you got to get there at a certain time, does that make it more special?
So for me, I'm one of those people who, if I feel in that moment, like, I don't know if I'm ever going to see this again, I get more excited about it and I want to kind of purchase it. And I also like having the story to tell. There's a piece of jewelry that I got from a pop up, and whenever someone compliments me on it, it's not just about, oh, you can just go here and get it. I mean, you can, but it's also the fact that I can say, yeah, I happened to be at a market and I saw her and we had a connection and she put it on me and I loved it. And then, I bought it and I bought two pieces. It's that story and that connection with the actual person who made the product that goes with it. So I love getting stuff from pop-ups.
I was really surprised that one of the places that you mentioned was in a hotel, which is
Yeah.
not a place that I would think to go to
Same.
for holiday shopping. Are there other unique places that maybe you wouldn't think to go, but actually have great hidden gifts?
Ooh, yes. So me personally, every time I leave a Smithsonian museum, I stop by the gift shop, even if I know I'm not buying anything. But it's really cool to get something at the Smithsonian Museum because you don't actually have to visit in order to get something that is museum inspired. So for example, if you go to the Indian American Museum, you can grab Native American cookbooks and authentically made jewelry from different tribes. That's really cool and also otherwise pretty difficult to come across. And then even when you go to like the Natural History Museum, you can get like themed puzzles, games, clothes, and there are rumors about the pandas coming back, but there's still panda merch at the zoo. So where else are you going to get those like cool little knickknacks if you don't go to the Smithsonian? I think people don't think about that as a holiday shopping destination, but it definitely is. I also love those places that we go to throughout the year and we don't think about buying gifts. So let's say like Union Kitchen or Glenn's, they're local grocers who carry things from local producers. So you can like introduce a loved one to something that you're just so used to having access to, and then they otherwise wouldn't be able to get it. And then of course there's like Made in DC, which I feel like has become a household name in the area. They have great gifts that of course are locally based, as well as Steadfast Supply, which is a gift shop in Navy Yard. And this is the perfect time to go buy them out for the holidays.
Cornelia, you're making me feel a little less awful about doing my holiday shopping. Thank you for all of these great tips.
You are so welcome. I'm getting excited myself. So I'm going to get off this recording and go buy something for people I need to impress.
Happy shopping.
Thanks.
That's all for today here on CityCast DC. If you enjoyed the show, why not share it with your friend that's a pain to shop for? You can rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our morning newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with even more news from around the city. Talk to you then.